Belong was by far the best.
It's the best move we've ever made.
The whole business of being in here is that they care for you.
No complaints at all.
We are so happy with it, so proud to be among it.
I think we're very lucky here.
We have lots of laughs, and laughter is the best medicine.
Well, basically, wow.
Well, we've been in existence for about 20 years now, and over that time we've run traditional care homes. We were fairly clear that that market was starting to change. We knew that people wanted modern facilities. Older people of today are used to going to nice hotels with ensuite bathrooms and fluffy towels and all that kind of thing, and that's what people want in their older age. So the idea of Belong was to bring that kind of luxury to people's final few years. So the model consists of 4 different parts. There's the village centre. We've allocated a very high level of floor space to the general public to come and use. So the idea is that benefits the people who live here, but it also opens the place up to local people and gives a facility for them.
At Belong Village we have a bistro, which is open to the public and the general public. We have a beautician and a therapy room. We have a hairdressing salon.
Getting your hair done, it always makes you feel better.
We have a coffee morning on Mondays.
The gym has been a huge part of Mum's recovery. When she came, she had a fractured pelvis, a broken shoulder and a hip replacement, and we've been absolutely amazed at the rehabilitation.
What we do through the gym programme is we give everybody the opportunity to still keep their independence through exercise.
We have a venue, and in the venue that's used for a multitude of things like church services, parties. We've got a 100th party, we've had weddings, we've had christenings. We've got a cinema day today.
Our local police quite often run Xbox competitions in our venue for the youth in the community. I think that's excellent because it's about forging connections with across the generations too. They get to know what it's like to be in a place like this. It blows away the myths that are quite often surround what it must be like to come into an environment that requires 24-hour support for a lot of our residents.
They can go and join in some of the other activities that are going on. We've got quizzes, bingo, dance nights. They have a great time.
I think that people don't want to live in a traditional setting. People want facilities, they want to feel at home, they want to be able to do all them things that they would have done at home, and the village facility lends itself to that. It's got a nice family feel to it.
The second part is households, and each of our villages generally have 6 households of about 12 people per household.
The smaller households make for a much more intimate family atmosphere, which is important for older people, particularly people who may be living with dementia and finding things a little bit more confusing.
Starting off with the design of the building, our researchers and our dementia experts went off and found out what we need to be able to do environmentally to support people with dementia, and that's about creating spaces that take away confusion and anxiety, creating gardens, for example, that have the sensory smells, somewhere for them to walk around, as you can see here. People are living in the households and they'll have their own ensuite facility, which is great in their room, but as soon as they step out that doorway, they're immediately met with noises, smells, visual things that they recognise, and that takes away the anxiety.
Being in this environment means you can be alongside someone, observing someone without them actually being aware that you're doing that. So you can pick up indicators if somebody's not in well-being, if somebody's distressed.
Since she's been in here, said the rapid deterioration, it seems to have levelled out. And I think it's like a family atmosphere here. The open spaces, she can see what's going on. She can see people milling about all the time, and she's constantly occupied. I can't fault the place.
I could give you lots of examples of seeing somebody so different in this environment and families coming to us to say, I've got my mum back. And that's just amazing.
The third part is apartments, and the people who live there live completely independently or with some degree of help.
The whole idea of having the availability of these apartments for independent living so close to the households had a particular appeal.
I rang Belong and they said they had some apartments vacant. Come up and have a look, so I came up straight away and the following week we moved in.
Yeah, it's taken a lot of the stress out, I think, really. Not having to worry about a garden, having to maintain the property like we did where we were, which is good, really, because we're not getting any younger.
We've got a lovely flat, though I say it myself. We're very, very pleased with it. We chose the one we wanted, and we thought it was a better place to be as we'd gone out of our 70s into our 80s, because I'm an arthritic, and we might need help in the future, and we like the look of the building.
It's the best move we've ever made. We know we're safe, we feel safe, and if Bill's not well, or either of us, we know we only need to press a button and we've got backup.
And all the doors are wide, ideal for me. And it just felt like home. I just love it.
The fourth part of the village is what we call Belong at Home, which is our service going out into the community. So it's our staff visiting people in their own homes to provide them with whatever help and support that they need.
Well, my children will tell you that I was hitting the wall, and since the carers have been in, I feel as though I can make a step back and get back to the relationship with my husband that I had before, because I'm not doing most of his personal care anymore, which does help.
Well, my wife's got a very serious mental illness with a very complex diagnosis. The most difficult part of the day with June is starting the day, and the carers coming in at 7:30 in the morning, always on time and reliable, get June going. They wash, dress, see to all the personal care and bring her down, give her breakfast, and in that time, in that hour, I can sit back and I can chill.
It's made a huge difference really to my working life, that the fact that I know that I've got time dedicated to my clients like June, and that we're able to offer what she wants, when she wants it and how she wants it.
Just found it quite touching, really, the way they looked after me and cared for me.
I mean, if you talk to anybody who lives in the village about what's important to them, it's the level of interaction they have with other people, particularly with the staff. So we're very careful to choose people who want to work in an environment like this.
The staff are key.
I come to work and I enjoy it, because I get to come to work and enjoy what I do, enjoy the people I work with, and do what I love doing, which is nursing.
The atmosphere we try to create within the village, I think it says it within the name, Belong. We want people to feel that as soon as they walk through the door, it feels like home.
And the thing that really impressed me was the enthusiasm, the commitment that those people showed for not only their colleagues and their staff, but for the people that actually live in Belong.
The staff are totally brilliant.
The household my mother is on is occupied by a number of people who have dementia to varying degrees, and that can be extremely difficult to deal with. But there is never a hint of impatience or a cross word. People who work here know how to cope.
Oh, the staff are marvellous.
You'll never get a better lot. You won't really.
No. They're built in with my father. They know all his needs now. They're used to him because he has a few episodes and they know how to treat it.
When we found Belong, it was a revelation.
We've got a continuum of service. People can live in an apartment and require quite a low level of support, but over the years, as their needs change, we can provide support in their apartment, or we can even provide them with a move within the village. So everyday life just carries on.
I have various friends who are in the early stages of dementia, and I've already told them that if they're looking for somewhere, this is the place.
It's like a five-star hotel, really. You can't really go any better, I don't think.
It is the best thing Margaret and I have ever done by moving into the Long Village.